If you think this is the Purgatory Podcast, well, it's a lucky guess. You just got lucky. This could have been any podcast. This could be the Braylon Hour. That's right, the Braylon Hour, hosted by the conservative movement's freshest, hottest Gen Z voice. Because the last one had to be taken out back and shot. What do they do with these, like, media figures when they don't work out? They just prop them up and everyone's like, I can't memorize any more faces. There are too many people. I've forgotten the faces of my own family members to make room. I mean, the sphere that we consider to be a community is like 150 people. Beyond 150 people, it becomes the out group. It becomes the other. So maybe that number is much lower for media figures that we all have to know about. And that's why we're all insane, because we have to remember all these guys who are talking. Maybe it's lower than 50. Maybe it's 1. Maybe we can only listen to one person talking. There's a time, and it's theorized based on like how human cognition may or may not have worked in the ancient world. But the theory is basically that everyone's inner monologue was interpreted as a voice coming from God. But, I mean, you know, the ancient people also thought the ocean was red. I mean, in the Iliad, Homer describes the Mediterranean as the wine-dark sea. Way off, Homer, bud. Way off. That's maybe the one detail you'd think you couldn't possibly mess up. Still a mystery to this day. Nobody knows why Homer called the Mediterranean wine dark. What's the mainstream academic explanation for wine dark sea? So, okay, I'm looking. There really isn't one, other than it could be a translation issue. It says the scholarly literature on the subject is inconclusive. Well, that settles it for me. If I come up to you on the street and I say, what color is the ocean? And you tell me some shit like, oh, I think it's wine dark. Then I will say, why don't you go in the ocean and drink it up, since you're such an alcoholic, because only a drunk person would say what you just said. This is the Purgatory Podcast. I know what you're thinking. That show is still on. I thought it got canceled years ago. I thought, I don't know, somebody, North Korea or Angry Moms, I thought they got it shut down. No, if it was Moms, I would have been canceled already. Moms can do anything. Moms were against drunk driving, and now drunk driving doesn't exist anymore. I mean, Gen Z, they don't drink. They're incels, and they're straight edge, and they're trad wives. So, they did it. The moms won. Moms win again. I mean, Gen Z still vapes. I don't have the crave to vape. I've never vaped in my life. I've never smoked anything ever. I get being addicted to something. What I don't understand about smoking is what could possibly draw you to it in the first place. It's just saying, I'm gonna do something that kills me, but at least it makes the room smell terrible too. So what do you got to lose? Spoke a cigarette today. Coming up next, we have our new favorite segment, the Animal Facts Corner. Did you know a dolphin can swim at 3/4 of the speed of light? They all simply choose not to. They could all do it. Yeah, my uncle, Garpit, it's like carpet with a G, he told me that. He tells me a lot of interesting things. He once told me broccoli and human beings share 99% of their DNA. He once told me that the why did the chicken cross the road joke, he said that was based on a true story about a suicidal chicken. I'm like, how do they know the chicken was suicidal? And he said there were warning signs. I'm like, where'd you read this, Uncle Garpit? And then he just says, I gotta go spend time with my wife, who's a piece of broccoli. We have a lot in common. And I say, that's great, Uncle Garpit. Who are you? How did you end up being in my family anyway? And he said, I was born being your uncle, and I'll die being your uncle. I look up to him a lot. Look, I don't know. I don't know what's on the podcast this week. I'm just a guy wearing a t-shirt with Luigi from Mario on it. It's Luigi from Mario Kart. It's a black t-shirt with no other details whatsoever, so it's just Luigi in a void. He has a defiant look on his face as he races his go-kart, like he's trying to escape from the darkness. He's not racing anyone. There's no other characters being depicted on the shirt. It's just this tableau of a man being chased by nothing. He's racing ghosts. And I'm not talking about time trial ghosts. He's only running from himself. If you play Luigi's Mansion, the whole thing is an allegory for Luigi's inner psychological conflicts. Read a book. Mario is actually based on a novel. Anybody believe this? No? Okay. Next segment. I'm seeing that somebody is calling the Purgatory Podcast phone line. Do I have to get this? Okay, fine. If nobody else wants to do it, I'll pick up the Purgatory Podcast phone line. Hello? You're on with the Purgatory Podcast.
Hey, it's your Uncle Garpit.
Oh, hey, Uncle Garpit. How you doing, man?
Well, I got some bad news from a fortune cookie.
What did it say?
It said, and I swear to God, it said all the movies you like are actually racist. You just haven't realized it yet. And I looked back and I thought, damn, that cookie's right.
It said every movie you like is actually racist. What movies have you watched?
I watched Watermelon Man twice a day.
What else?
That's it.
I mean, I don't know if that movie isn't it about a white guy who, like, becomes black?
No, you're thinking of a different movie by the same name. This one is a man who turns into a watermelon.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's racist towards watermelon people.
Is there some reason you called?
Well, I recently came across some interesting little factoids. I thought the things you want to know.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, so you know, geese, right?
Not personally, but as a concept, yes.
Alright, well, they got 3 eyeballs. They got one in the back. It's just covered by feathers. That's actually what backup cameras in cars are based off of.
Huh. I didn't know that. I mean, I trust everything you say. Your family. Why would you lie to me?
I don't know. Why would I do that? That would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be a waste of time.
Yeah, for sure.
So what else?
You know...
By the way, you still haven't really clarified how you're related to me. I mean, I find it especially odd because you said you're legally married to a piece of broccoli.
Yeah, I did say that, didn't I? Yeah, well, look, I told you it's complicated with me and your family, okay? And those facts aren't as interesting as the ones I got here for you. Okay, how about this? Egrets know calculus, and they could demonstrate it to us, but they don't want to.
Okay. Thank you so much, Uncle Garpit.
Oh, also, while I have it, do you have any whole milk?
I buy 2% mostly, sorry.
Shit, you know they get 2% milk, right?
They water it down or something?
No. They gotta milk the cow while it's sleeping and having a nightmare. That's the only way to get to 2%. The 1%, I'm not gonna tell you about that.
Alright, if you say so, Uncle Garpit.
See you at Christmas.
Alright, thanks. Again, I trust everything he says. I don't know why my uncle would be lying to me. He actually told me that no one has ever solved a Rubik's Cube. Everything you've seen up until this point has been hoaxes and fakes. Even if you think you've seen it in real life, that's just sleight of hand. He said they only know how to solve it because they practiced how to do it a million times, but that doesn't count. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. I think that when Rubik first solved his cube, I think the first thing he thought was, I'm gonna be a fucking millionaire. This cube is gonna make me wealthy beyond my wildest dreams. The only other people who've said that in history are people who ended up being cursed by a mysterious ancient artifact. So, ladies and gentlemen, a man named Slurp Von Lipstick now has to do a segment called Time Check. I know that most of that sentence means nothing to you. It barely means anything to me at this point. Ladies and gentlemen, Slurp on Lipstick. Come on out, bud. Hey, it's me, Slurp on Lipstick. This is Time Check. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who came out, especially given the inclement weather. Even though it's the exact same individuals every single week. I was recently brought in to do my annual audit of the U.S. Department of Time. They hire me as a contractor just to make sure all their clocks are copacetic. Nowadays, they're trying to make me reverse the clock to make things like they used to be. I'm like, I can't do this. And they're like, take it back to 1984. I'm like, 1984 didn't even happen in 1984. It's a story. And they're like, we didn't read it. I'm like, of course you didn't. These are the people in control of your clocks, right? I assume that's what they do. Otherwise, what are they doing? You know, fun little fact about time, the reason that hours and minutes are 60 seconds. They couldn't let 69 exist as a time because it was... They knew about 69 before time itself. And they're like, we don't want to include that in there. One oversight they made, though, is they left 420 in as a possible time. They really should have thought that through. That's something I'm trying to solve. From now on, it'll go 419 to a different number than 20, then it'll go to 21. I'm still working on what the number should be called. So far, all I've come up with is duplant and creventh. Do those sound like numbers? Alright, 1 second here. The timeline is lighting up. Let me take this call on the timeline. Hello? You're on Time Check.
Hello, this is Crumb Gutley with the U.S. Department of Clocks.
Oh, Crumb, yeah, I met you. Hey, keep those minute hands nice and lubed up on those clocks, okay? I oiled them up really good.
Look, we tried out your idea of, what did you call it, a semi-minute?
Yeah, semi-minute, that would be 15 seconds. That would be inserted into the clock. Let me make it clear, doing this would make the day longer by 15 seconds.
Well, we looked into it, and actually, if the days were that much longer, various productivity benchmarks within the military-industrial complex will be much more manageable with more time in the day.
Well, do I get credit for this?
They'll name a missile after you if you want.
I mean, I have a lot of questions about this plan, also given the fact that if it's followed globally, like our adversaries will have the same advantage we do.
Look, I can't go into the nitty-gritty, okay? Some of it's classified. But I gotta go. We fucked up. We made one of the clocks go backwards accidentally.
You made what? You can't make a clock go backwards accidentally.
In the U.S. government, we can do anything accidentally.
Hey, before I go, want a quick time check?
Sure, lay it on me.
It's 11:21 p.m.
Oh, okay. Yeah, our clocks are way off then. We accidentally plugged two of them into each other, and the hands on them went really fast and caught fire. So I don't know what time that is.
Alright, well, thanks a lot for calling it a time check, Nutley?
Guess it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah, that's like the kind of thing I say, but yeah. Thank you. That was the time. And if you ever need to know what time it is, call upon Kronos, the god of time. Or you can look at a watch or a clock, whichever method you prefer. Thank you. See you next week. Wow, to think that was Time Check. That's crazy. I remember when Time Checks first started in a garage, as all good things do. I wonder how many businesses have ended in garages. Like if Steve Jobs texted Steve Wozniak and he was like, "Hey, meet me in the garage," and Wozniak's like, "This is it. This is the end. He's gonna run the car with the garage door closed, and he's gonna kill us both." That's not what happened. Steve Jobs actually died in an even stupider way than that, by refusing real medical treatment for cancer. And now, They keep taking away buttons on the iPhone. Every year for a while, it was like a hostage situation where Apple was like, you get too comfortable with this iPhone? We'll take away a button. Now there's no buttons on it. Nobody knows how to use it. That's weird. Just now, a thing came up on my phone telling me I have to update iOS. I mean, it's open source knowledge at this point. I think we're all willing to say Steve Jobs is haunting the iPhone, right? Like his spirit is inside of it. And they've been trying to get it out update after update. It's like every day they're like, damn, motherfucker's still in there. I think if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna haunt your own creations after you die, tell us you're gonna do it. If you invent a new type of car, be like, just so you guys know, when I die, I'm gonna take over the car, I'm gonna drive it off a cliff. I marketed it as the murder ghost car for a reason. You guys thought I was just making a joke? Nowadays, you can't say anything. Nowadays, the woke police, they'll drag you by your feet, and they'll throw you in a cell. No, wait, sorry, that's what regular police do now. I got confused. Left versus right, it doesn't seem to mean anything anymore, you know? Remember when critical race theory used to matter? And the thing is, critical race theory was never dealt with, and now everybody has critically theorized about races. And that's the reason for everything that's going wrong right now. And I believe this because 1/4 of my brain was eaten by flesh-eating parasites. That doesn't mean I can't vote, though. No offense to anyone who has a brain hemisphere lost to the parasites. You know, brain size, as we found out, is not really directly correlated with intelligence. Otherwise, elephants would be kicking our ass in chess. So that's kind of interesting. Doesn't really make any sense. What's all this meat for if I'm not doing any thinking with it? If I got meat in my head, I want it to be think meat. What would make even less sense is if you did remove part of my brain and I got smarter. Like you just took out the parts of my brain that have all the incorrect ideas and you just left the ones that store all the accurate information. Then I would be normal. The problem really is that it's too hard to be normal. What are the odds that I can do everything correctly and meet the standards of what everyone considers normal and good? I would be the first person who's ever lived on Earth to do that. That in itself would actually make me abnormal. Doesn't even matter how much think meat I have. If my meat doesn't agree with their meat, then the meats can no longer meet. You should get good at disappointing people. The expectation as a person is that you're going to navigate all the various trials and challenges that come with life. But on top of that, they're also like, don't walk in a weird way while you do it. Don't be a weirdo about it. It's like we're all fighting for our lives out here. We're fighting lions, we're fighting hyenas for meat. I don't know about you guys. Give me some leeway. And something I learned about the hyenas, by the way, is they don't care about being normal. There's literally nothing normal about these guys. Their lifestyle, their general outlook on life, they couldn't live alongside us. So maybe actually that's the answer, is like you actually should be normal because you have to gel into society. And if you tried to bypass doing that, then anything you believe in, anything that like guides you, really doesn't mean anything if you're keeping it to yourself. But hey, you're entitled to your opinion. Maybe somebody here is about to share their opinion because the Purgatory Podcast phone line is lighting up. Hello, you're on with the Purgatory Podcast.
Hey, it's me, Garpit.
Oh, hey, Uncle Garpit.
I just happened to think of a cigarette-related fun fact. You want to hear it?
That's kismet, because I was just talking about cigarettes, and then you called in.
That'll lead your life story, okay? One time I smoked a cigarette and it got bigger as I smoked it.
Huh. Is there a picture of this or a video?
It happened somewhere where I didn't have electricity. Technology didn't work.
Where?
Middle of the Bermuda Triangle. Look, do you want another fun fact or not?
I didn't know there was more than one. You said I have one cigarette fun
You don't
fact.
understand. I'm overflowing with facts and information. I'm saying facts to my broccoli all night in bed. It keeps her up.
Your broccoli is kept awake?
Yeah.
Alright, what's the next fact, Uncle Garpet?
Blood is thicker than water.
Yeah, I guess I knew that one.
But you know what's thinner than water?
What?
Water light.
Water light?
It's a new idea I have. I'm trying to get off the ground. It's called water light.
What is it?
Okay, so we take water and we just water it down. So it's like half water.
And half...
Something else.
Well, then it's not water. It's just whatever the something else is.
No, we cut the water in half, so it's half water.
You know, Uncle Garpet, it's only now occurring to me you may not be entirely on the level.
Well, I was saving my final fun fact for last.
You were saving your final fact for last? What else would you save it for?
Are you gonna let me say it?
Okay, go. What?
I'm not really your uncle.
Oh. Are you my cousin?
No, I'm not related to you.
Are you my real dad?
What do you think related to means?
Well, why are you contacting me?
You're the only one who appreciates my fun facts.
It was weird. You came up to me in a dark alley and you just started telling me random bits of trivia. I thought you were gonna rob me.
I did. Wait, what?
What?
I did it through sleight of hand. I pulled $50 right out of your wallet without you noticing. Just like the Rubik's Cube, guys. It's all deceit and trickery. But I gave it back, because I felt bad.
That's really the least fun fact I've ever heard.
Maybe I can earn my trust back from you by continuing to tell you true facts and real information.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm second guessing everything now.
Okay, well, let me throw this one out there. Cats have their own alphabet.
Well, let me guess. They never use it because they don't feel like it?
They don't want to, but they could.
Alright, Garpet, I'm gonna have to let you go.
Oh, my name's not really Garpet. I can't believe you fell for that. What the hell kind of name is that?
Well, what is your name?
Chrono Trigger 2. So what?
Alright, man. I'll see you around.
See you later.
Well, that's been the Purgatory Podcast. I hope this was an illuminating experience for you. I hope that every single question you've had about life has been answered. I'm pretty sure I got to everything. I can't think of anything that was missed. This is actually an infotainment podcast, so... Which is, I mean, it's kind of a broad genre. You could call The Wire infotainment. There's a lot of info about selling drugs, and it's entertaining. It should have been on PBS. It should have been on National Geographic. I should be on National Geographic as one of the animals. From a distance, I could be anything. I could be anything you want me to be. Alright, well, that's the end of the podcast. I gotta go. My meat's burning. My think meat, that is. That's how I know I have to stop, is when there's like a sizzling noise in my skull. I mean, don't get me wrong, it smells delicious, but it's not good for me. See you later.